What if you could unlock an effective and free way of studying for live poker that most players have no clue about? Forget about paying expensive memberships to training sites. There is a new free tool out there that lets you analyze your live poker hands even at small stakes and even in multi-way pots. It's not a GTO tool for nerds. It has been designed specifically for live cash game players like you. In this video, I will reveal exclusively and for the first time publicly what this fantastic tool is, how it can improve your poker study, and ultimately how you can win more money at the poker table. My name is Andreas Wagner. I'm a live poker coach and I love this new tool. One question that I get asked all the time is,
Andreas, what's the best way to study for live poker?
in the past, the answer to this question was always tough because you can't use solvers for multi-way hands, you can't train GTO for the small stakes, and there is no database that you could analyze like online players do. But now the answer has become much easier. I would say, try out Vinton, the live cash AI coach. Vinton is like a free poker coach you have access to 24/7. My friend Nima, also known as Vinton himself in the poker world, has created this incredible AI bot with the same name that analyzes your hand street by street among other things. Unlike complex GTO tools, this AI is built for the realities of live poker. It is designed to tackle the unique challenges of multi-way pots, oversized pre-flop raises, and tricky spots you face at the table. It shows you equity and pot odds calculations, and it talks about broader concepts based on mistakes that you might have made. Even better, it adapts based on your reads and player tendencies. So how exactly does this work? Let's ask Vinton's creator.
Using Vinton is as simple as having a conversation with a poker-savvy friend. You can just tell it what happened in the hand, things like your hole cards, stack sizes, pre-flop action, flop turn and river cards, bet sizes, and player tendencies. It's super intuitive. From there, Vinton analyzes the action street by street. It points out whether your sizing made sense, how your hand fits against the ranges, and suggests adjustments based on what it knows about your opponents. It's conversational, so if something is unclear, you can always clarify and ask for a deeper explanation from the bot. You're not just getting answers, you're learning in real time, and this is one of my most favorite things to do with this chatbot.
So let's have a look at a concrete example and see how the bot analyzes a random hand.
Okay, so one of the best ways I like to use the chatbot and learn from it and continue studying the game is putting not only my own hands into the chatbot that I've played, but also other people's hands. And the best source I found for that is subreddit poker on Reddit. I found a good example here. This guy is talking about a hand between him and his brother. Basically says, me and my brother are having an argument if this was a good or stupid move. And it lays out exactly what the scenario was. So what I normally do is I just copy and paste that right into the GPT or read its response. So we're here in the GPT, the Vinton Live Cash Poker Coach. I'm just going to tell it that I want to review a hand first, get it started thinking in that direction that we want to review a hand, and paste the hand into the GPT, wait for its response to finish, and now it's going to come back with a very thoughtful response based on what happened. It goes into key considerations, pre-flop, flop dynamics, all-in shove, and everything.
At the end, it provides a full evaluation and verdict. If you need more clarification, you can simply ask questions like, what do you mean by turning the king into a bluff? Vinton then expounds on its point. I was really impressed with its analysis, so I tried it on other hands too. We even gave it some high stakes hands and a hand from Bart Hansen's call-in show on Crush Live Poker. In both cases, it gave exactly the same feedback that I would have given to a student. Nima programmed this bot by feeding it hundreds of live poker hands, and Vinton, the bot, learns along the way and should become an even stronger analyst in time.
I fed Vinton a massive database of live poker hands. They weren't just theoretical simulations, they were real hands played in actual games, including everything from multi-way limp pots to oversized pre-flop raises and tricky post-flop situations. I also programmed it to think about poker the way poker players think about poker. It doesn't just crunch numbers, it considers practical factors like player tendencies, stack sizes, and table dynamics. For example, if you tell it that a player is a calling station, Vinton adjusts its advice to focus on extracting maximum value, not bluffing.
So how exactly can you study with Vinton? There are more ways we will talk about in a minute, but the most powerful way is simply by asking its opinion on a hand. If you played a hand that leaves you confused, or if you'd like to find out whether you made the correct call or laydown, just ask Vinton. You'll be surprised how accurate it usually is. And if it misunderstands what you mean, you can clarify what you meant and it will then re-evaluate its answer. If you regularly analyze hands with Vinton's help, you will improve your game without having to pay for a coach. Vinton is based on ChatGPT, but it doesn't give you any generic answers like the ones you would get if you just asked the normal ChatGPT to analyze a hand. And it can do a lot more than hand history analysis.
The structure of poker, you can talk very deep strategy in multiple level of stack sizes, multiple level of player types, and you can even talk things like bankroll management, poker psychology, your own tilt management, your own psychology. It's a poker coach that's always available to you. It's a poker buddy that you can always rely on to have honest conversation about poker. It's helped my game tremendously, and I hope it does yours as well.
So play around with it completely for free. Just click the link in the description below. And if you want to add 4 highly profitable plays to your poker weapon arsenal, then click on this video here.